Hi, my name is Steve Nelson, and I'd like to thank you for choosing the Diamabrush system to sand and recoat your existing epoxy floor. There are certain instances when you will come across an existing epoxy floor that is in sound condition and is well bonded to the concrete substrate. Its only issue may be it is old, worn, and scratched from years of use, such as this floor right here. In these instances, it may make sense to sand and recoat the existing epoxy versus going through the significant cost and effort to remove the old epoxy and recoat the floor. Traditionally, sanding and recoating epoxy has been done using sandpaper on flooring machines or other expensive diamond grinding methods. These dry methods can often result in an inconsistent profile, as it is difficult to assess when the abrasive has lost its cutting ability. The result on the floor is a very spotty profile where some areas of the epoxy have been appropriately deglossed while other areas have not yet been profiled. This inconsistent profile may lead to the additional time and effort of having to go back and sand the areas that were missed, and ultimately may lead to a poor bond between the coats. Another shortcoming of existing sand and recoat methods is the resulting airborne dust that is created using typical dry sanding methods. Microscopic sized dust particles are propelled into the air and then ultimately settle on either the uncoated floor or on the finished recoated floor. In both instances, the dust particles can negatively affect the end result. The Diamabrush sand and recoat tools solve many of these issues for the end user looking to recoat existing epoxy floors. With the Diamabrush tools, professionals and do-it-yourselfers can sand and recoat old, worn, scratched epoxy floors using standard 110-volt or battery-powered cleaning equipment, such as automatic scrubbers or single-disc flooring machines. For do-it-yourselfers looking to save money, you will now be able to achieve a professional profile on your concrete floor while saving nearly 80 to 90% of the cost of hiring a professional contractor. In addition, our system will provide you the flexibility to sand and recoat your floor at your own pace, in small or large sections at a time, avoiding costly shutdown time you may experience when hiring a contractor. For professionals, you can significantly reduce your setup costs and time by using standard equipment such as flooring machines or automatic scrubbers. There is no need to haul expensive generators or worry about access to 480-volt three-phase power. Additionally, with the Diamabrush patented wearable substrate, contractors will no longer have to guess when their abrasive has lost its cutting ability. The Diamabrush tools will retain sharp cutting points throughout their life, which results in significant time savings from changing out sandpaper while overall creating a more consistent profile. Finally, by introducing water into the sanding process, contractors can assure their customers of a dust-free work environment. It is important to select the appropriate grit to achieve your desired profile for your sand or recoat application. Here's a simple guideline to follow to ensure you are using the correct grit for your existing coating surface preparation. First, if you are installing a coating that has a build of greater than 5 mils, the correct tool to use is a 50 grit gold Diamabrush tool. This tool will leave a slightly more aggressive scratch pattern that will be necessary for the higher build recoat applications, such as 100% solid epoxy floor coatings. Second, if you're installing a coating that has a build that is less than 5 mils, the correct tool to use is the 100 grit black Diamabrush tool. This tool will leave a less aggressive scratch pattern that will not be seen when coated with a lower build system. A good example of a lower build coating would be a urethane top coat used for increased durability. Third, in certain situations you may encounter existing floor coatings that have been broadcast with a non-skid safety aggregate, such as quartz or aluminum oxide. These aggregates can be sharp or angular and can damage the 50 grit and the 100 grit polymer blades. A floor coating that has this type of aggregate may require the use of the 25 grit or the 100 grit metal concrete prep tools. Taking the time to assess your application to determine the appropriate sand or recoat tool is crucial as a first step in sanding or recoating your existing epoxy floor. Following these guidelines will simplify the process and ensure you are starting with the correct tools.
General operating requirements. These procedures are required and should be followed every time the Diamabrush tools are used. 1. The Diamabrush tool must be run wet. Running the tools dry will lead to premature blade wear and a less effective profile. To run with water, most automatic scrubbers dispense water as they operate, as can be seen in this video. However, if using a single disc machine, you can apply water to the surface using a simple pump sprayer or a garden hose to dampen the floor. 2. When using the Diamabrush system, the pace at which the operator moves the cleaning machine is critical to the overall effectiveness of the tools. For most automatic scrubbers, operators must walk at a pace of approximately 1 to 1.5 miles per hour, which is much slower than a typical floor scrubbing and cleaning pace. The slow pace will give the brushes a chance to consistently work the floor, making sure to reach any low spots in the floor. If using a single disc machine, make sure to move the machine in very controlled, small circles to ensure a uniform profile is achieved. Avoid making larger, arching half circles with the machine, as this will lead to an ineffective profile and a poor end result. A very slow pace is a critical part in achieving the best overall preparation result and will be highlighted throughout this training module. 3. When using an automatic scrubber to run the Diamabrush system, the machine should be set to run on the machine setting that applies the heaviest down pressure. Most automatic scrubbers have variable down pressure settings that are displayed in pounds ranging from light down pressure up to heavy down pressure. When using a single disc machine, the weight of the machine will provide sufficient pressure for the Diamabrush sand and recoat tools to work. There is no need to add additional weight to the machine. Additional weight could damage the Diamabrush tools or the single disc machine. As a quick recap, the 3 main operating requirements to know prior to starting the surface preparation process are: 1. The Diamabrush sand and recoat tools must be used with water. 2. Operate the machine at a very slow pace of 1 to 1.5 miles per hour if using an automatic scrubber, and make small, controlled circles if using a single disc machine. 3. Always use the heaviest down pressure setting on the machine on automatic scrubbers, and do not add weight if using a single disc machine. Carefully following these requirements will significantly improve the outcome of your overall sand and recoat project.
As you can see, we have transformed an old, worn, and scratched epoxy floor to a freshly coated surface using standard cleaning equipment and the Diamabrush sand and recoat tools. With Diamabrush technology, even the most inexperienced end user will be able to effectively recoat their floor at their own pace with no shutdown to daily business activities. For the do-it-yourselfer, the Diamabrush sand and recoat tools will provide a significant cost savings with a professional coating result. For the professional contractor, you will be able to significantly increase productivity with the Diamabrush tools versus the traditional method of sanding or screening a floor. In a single step, you will be able to abrade and clean your floor, resulting in dust-free preparation. Increased productivity without sacrificing effectiveness or the end result makes Diamabrush a valuable technology for all types of end users. We hope that you have found this video helpful, and if you would have any further questions or would like additional information, please call our customer service department or visit us online at www.diamabrush.com. Once again, I want to thank you for choosing Diamabrush for your surface preparation needs.